let's see if we can understand this leading and trailing business. So if I go drag a label into my index card over here, and I control drag, and by the way, this is a custom view index card, but I can still nest other views inside of it. That's just fine. Anyway, as I control drag, I can see leading and top space. I understand top and bottom, but leading and trailing, why don't they just say left and right? Well, it's because of internationalization reasons. That's why. Because let's say I want to go to Hebrew, which I could do by selecting my project over here, and I want to then be sure I've selected the project and the info, not the build settings, but the info, and right over here I see localizations. I can add one. So let's go add, there's Hebrew right there. Add a Hebrew localization, and it wants to know what files are going to get localized, and it'll be our storyboard, which means if I open up the storyboard here, I see there's my Hebrew. Now if I go to Google Translate, I can find this word that it tells me is label in Hebrew. I'll just accept that. Okay, now, but I'm still seeing it in English over here. I want to see it in Hebrew. So when I run this, what I'd like to do is I'd like to run it as a Hebrew application. So I'm going to go copy my current scheme, which you see 3x5 right up here. I'm going to copy that by hitting that little gear and saying duplicate. And we will now name this Hebrew 3x5, and in my run configuration over here on the options, so you have info, you have arguments, you have options, you have diagnostics. On the options, I just want to go say, hey, this is going to be Hebrew language. Let's see, there's Hebrew down there. And the region is going to be Israel. So Asia, Israel. And now, okay, now when I run this, let's see, iPhone 10, yep, okay, here we go. So we run this. Up comes my iPhone 10. Here it is. Application loads, and there's my label. And now leading means right, because it is Hebrew. Whereas if I go back, let's stop that and go back to the 3x5 configuration that runs in the default localization, you're going to see here that it's going to be label on the left. See? Okay, so leading, trailing means different things in different languages. Let's take a quick look at this warning. Oh, did I not put a trailing constraint on here? Okay, I need a trailing constraint to say I want to be a minimum of, let's say, greater than or equal to 20. And now that's saying no matter how big the label gets, what we're going to do is we're going to keep it at least 20 points away from the right edge. Okay, that's my quick demo on leading versus trailing versus left and right.